Hello everyone. Welcome back to the another episode of Thoughtful Education, an initiative, the Thoughts on Education by collegedunia.com. Thoughts on Education initiative is to enrich the user experience at collegedunia.com and try to bridge a long tube gap between the vision of the management and the students. Today we have with us Professor Darshana Desai, Principal of Vidyavardhan's Institute of Design, Environment and Architecture and Dean of Faculty of Architecture, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University. Welcome to the interview, ma'am.
Thank you.
Ma'am, my first question to you is, how does the curriculum of IDEA ensures the best practice of industry?
Basically at IDEA, which is Institute of Design, Environment and Architecture, we have Bachelors of Architecture as well as we have International Design degree in Product Design and Interior Design. Now, if you talk about Bachelors of Architecture, it's a 5-year course. So the Council of Architecture gives a basic syllabus, a basic structure which is followed in the college. But apart from that, we do a number of activities. Whatever is given in the syllabus is the bare minimum which we follow. But we also see to it that there is an overall development of the student or the child. So we basically believe in the concept of learning by doing. So the entire curriculum is based in such a way that whatever is required in the market, right? What is the industry which is demanding for, that are the things we try to include in our syllabus. The college is affiliated to Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University. So whatever is contemporary, whatever the market needs, that all things are included in the syllabus. For example, the curriculum also has urban design in the architecture studio at the final year. Usually urban design is a program which is a master degree program of 2 years. But a small portion of it, for the students to get an idea, that has been included in the syllabus. So which gives the student an overall experience of what kind of, different fields are open for him after he finishes a bachelor's degree in architecture.
Great, ma'am. This is really helpful for the students, ma'am. So, ma'am, my next question to you is, any insights into how your college could be more welcoming to the students of different races or economic backgrounds?
Yeah, very good question. We have students coming from different parts of the country. We have students coming from South, from Chennai. We have students coming from the West, Rajasthan, Gujarat. We also have students coming from the Northeast, right? So there's a good mix of students. And if you talk about the state, we have urban as well as rural. We have the smallest states in Maharashtra. So students coming in from them also gel very well. Because one of the reasons could be it's a very friendly kind of an atmosphere here. Students can talk all the things, they can share all the things with their faculty. The faculty takes an initiative. We have a very good team. We have a very good pool of teachers. We have in-house core faculty as well as a lot of practicing architects from the market. So there's always a lot of interaction which goes on. Apart from the regular teaching, apart from the regular academics, we have so many activities which take place during the year, which gives a very good chance to the students to interact with the faculty. So what happens is some of the students are very good in maybe academics, some are very good in their performing arts, some are very good in different scales. So all this is gel together. And regarding different economic backgrounds, we have all SC, NT, all caste, subcaste, everyone coming into this college. Now the initial first term, even the language of medium is English, we make it a point to explain to the student in the local Marathi language, or it could be the national language Hindi and English. So the student feels comfortable to come and ask the simplest of the simplest doubts, which gets clarified. We also identify a few students if they're coming from a vernacular background, vernacular education, it could be Marathi, Hindi, or sometimes Gujarati. So the students are, there are special efforts taken by different faculties depending on the subjects. Now, we work in a little different way. We work in a modular system. So there's one subject per day, right? So we work from 8:30 to 3. So the faculty and the students get an entire 6.5 hours to work on that particular topic, on that particular day. So if a student is identified that he is not able to cope up with a certain topic, then the faculty would go out of the way and try to explain the child in different ways so that the concept is understood well. So which helps in a very good learning environment. We also believe in learning by doing methodology. So a lot of things are hands-on experience. So student would be in a workshop or be on the site or be on different areas in the college where they get to do hands-on things, which also gives the faculty a hand to understand whether the student has understood that concept well. So there are different ways of assessing a particular student.
Yeah, this is really great, ma'am. So, ma'am, my next question to you is, what do you see as IDEA's greatest strengths?
Greatest strength, okay. See, basically, we believe in learning by doing, as I earlier mentioned, and also coexistence with nature. The name of the institute itself talks about Institute of Design, Environment and Architecture. So environment is something which we really believe in. So there's a coexistence with nature and it is followed throughout. The campus which we have designed also speaks about itself. Each drop of water which falls, the rainwater has been harvested. We generate our own energy. So we have about 30 kilowatt of solar energy generated. So the college runs on this generated energy. So now the students, when they come to college for the 5 years, they see whatever we teach is also what we preach. So they see this in the campus itself, which acts as a foundation or baseline for them. So this reflects in their design projects, which we see from right in the beginning, and it culminates in their final year thesis projects. So this is one of a very good strength, because architecture and construction industry go hand in each other. Students have to be really very sensitive about the environment, how they can gel, how they can be net zero. So that is what we look at. And learning by doing is the second thing which we believe in. Whatever we do, the students are given hands-on experience. So if, for example, a student is learning a simple building material like bricks, which is seen from childhood. So the student in his module, in his day, he is offered to go and see a theoretical base about how the bricks are made, how the bricks are, so what is the size of the brick, why it is that way so that it can be hold in the hand, then how the dimensions arrive. So all the technical knowledge is given in the theoretical lecture. Then the faculty arranges for all the students a visit where they see how the bricks are manufactured. Right? They see how different ways are there that the bricks are manufactured, and then they will also plan a visit to a site where the manufactured bricks are used. So what are the different tests? If there's a drop test, whatever the ringing of the brick, everything has been checked. And when the student comes back on the day from the site, he's been allotted or given an assignment with different parameters. And he's given a studio space, like you get in an office. Each student is having his own table, locker, charging points, where he would sit and work on his assignment. The feedback for the assignment is given on the same day, so that the student understands that whatever he's done, what is the different aspects of that assignment. Has he done it correctly? Does it need an improvement? Okay, so whatever feedback he gets that day. So if the student is learning bricks in the construction technology class, by the end of the day, all his concepts about the bricks are clear. He always is also been told about what are the latest technologies. Is it bricks still used, or now the bricks are not to be used, and what are the other materials he can opt for? So by the end of the day, everything about it, the 5 stages of learning are completed in a day. So I think that is the upper hand in the way which he learns. Secondly, we are all digitally empowered. The entire campus is Wi-Fi. So there's 24 hours internet service as well as intranet service. We have bigger LED screens in the discussion cubicles. So the student would come with his drawing and show it on this monitor, on which he gets a feedback, right? And that's a one-to-one discussion which happens with the faculty. So I think these are all the different ways in which we work.
This is really great, ma'am. So, ma'am, my next question to you is how idea changes lives and improves career?
Basically, I would say for that, that we build in pairing innovative ideas with cutting edge technology, and then achieving solutions, which are needed for this hour. So that we do it with coexistence with nature. So that is that is always in our philosophy. We've always been believing that, and sustainability, in this teaching learning methodology. This tells the success of the story. We have students who come up with such beautiful solutions, which help to build their future with education. So we try to give them all the knowledge also, by adding all these things and making their database as strong as possible.
Right, ma'am. So moving to the next question, ma'am, like what are some plans that you are currently or will be designing for ideas, international affairs, and for the students?
Okay. See, now we are all globally connected after the COVID crisis. We all came to know that, sitting back here, we need to interact with the entire world. So what IDEA has done, it has collaborated with NABA University, which is in Italy. And we are running a program, a very, very interesting program called the International Design Degree. In that program, what we do is the students for product design and interior design learn for 3 years in IDEA. And the 4th year, they go and do it in NABA University. So the course is designed in such a way so that they get an experience which is international. The last year is designed so well that NABA has collaborated with more than about 30 companies. The market-driven, industry-oriented companies. The example could be Bosch, Armani, Tupperware, IKEA. And students get to work about 2 months of internship in these firms. So this adds on to their working experience internationally. And parents also sometimes have in mind that after 12, the student or the child is too early to go out internationally and manage all the things on his own. So they are a little skeptical about sending their child, just immediately after 12. So this works very well, both economically as well as emotionally. The parent stays with the parent or in India for 3 years, and he gets matured enough, and he's quite matured enough to take care of himself, of the international experience, and also economics when he's in 4th year. So while he's working in 4th year, he also gets 1 year visa, which he can stay after, which he can extend after that 1 year. So he can extend that visa and stay work in the same company for about 1.5 years. So this adds on his portfolio. So when he's back here, he has a very enriching experience of working. He gets an international design degree as well as a working experience globally. So we have students coming in from different parts of the country and enrolling for this course. So this is really built up very well in last few years.
Right, ma'am. So, ma'am, moving to the next question, that how do you tend to establish a healthy relation and environment in your college?
Yeah, very, very nice question. See, the healthy relation is a basis of any good course, I would say. When students come to college, we have a very extensive orientation class, at least for a week, where the students interact very well with the faculty, with the peer group, and then we have different activities in the college right from 1st year. I could name a few. One is we start a semester, with a kickstart semester we would call it, like the intensive design studio, where the students are vertically divided. So in that group, you have 2 students from 1st year, 2 students from 2nd year, 3rd year, 4th year, and final year. And they're given a topic which is very relevant for that particular time frame. And then they work for 3 days with a mentor and then give the solutions. And it's like a competition. They win prizes for that. There's 1st, 2nd, 3rd prize. And the last day jury usually is carried out commonly to, in a bigger platform. So this gives a very good interaction with all the groups. They understand how the seniors work. They learn a lot from them. And faculty is always there to help them throughout. because it's 3 days, but it is 3 days and night. So they work continuously as a team, how an office runs, and how an architect's office runs. So they get this experience here. Secondly, we have annual tours, which are about 2 weeks. Whatever they learn in their entire year, based on that curriculum, we take them to different parts of the country. We have the West tour, we have the North tour, Central tour, and South tour. So in that tour, it is again vertical. It is not class defined. It is not like second year would go for a particular place, but it is open for all the years. So this helps the peer group to gel well with the faculty. So they spend about 2 weeks, exploring the food, the architecture, the shopping, everything.
So, ma'am, my next question to you is, how do you tend to establish a healthy relation and environment in your college?
Okay, very good question. See, healthy relation is very important basis or foundation for a 5-year long course when a student comes here. And architecture field is a little different than the other streams, where the students have to be working day in and night to reach to a particular goal. So we need to have a very, very friendly environment. So the students are made comfortable right in the first week of their, when they come to the college, immediately after 12th, in their orientation week. So orientation week is designed in a very interesting way, where the students explore, how the college runs about, what are the different ways, things are there. They get introduced to their faculty, to the new subjects, the way the subjects will be taught or will be interacted to them, especially basic design, architecture design later on, the technical subjects. So an overview is being given to them, and then slowly, they get involved in the whole process. Apart from the orientation week, we also have number of programs, which we conduct in the entire year. We have 2 semesters. The first semester, usually starts with an intensive design studio. The name itself says that it's a kickstart. Students come after a long vacation, after their 12th exams, and then they come to the college. So we have the entire college divided vertically into groups. So a group would have 2 students from first year, 2 students from second, third, fourth, and final year. And for 3 days, they're given a very interesting topic to deal with. And 3 days and 3 nights, they constantly focus, on that particular topic and come with a solution, some with an answer, and which they share with the entire, in front of the entire college. And this helps, to make them comfortable into the college. They work with the seniors. Also, what we do is, usually we have students coming from all backgrounds, from different mediums of vernacular medium. It could be sometimes Marathi, Hindi, Gujarati, because they come from different parts of the country. So what we try to do is, the faculty, since the course is conducted in English, the medium of instruction is English. But we also in the first semester try to explain the particular topic in the local languages, depending on what is the strength of the class. It could be explained in Marathi, Hindi, sometimes both are conversible even in Gujarati. So this is an effort taken so that the students feel comfortable and the topic is well explained and is well received from the students' end. And we also work in learning by doing methodology. So it is more of a hands-on. And we work a little differently. We have a module system, which means in a day from 8:30 to 3, which are the college timings, only one subject is taught. So the student gets 6.5 hours to explore that topic in different ways. So the faculty, there are some students who are shy, some would not, speak up, that they have not understood. There are some who are, average. They are good in different ways of communication, but sometimes they would not open up. So because of these different activities planned in a day, the faculty immediately realizes how it is, if the students are not able to follow what it is going on. So they would deploy different methods to ensure that the topic is well received on the student's end. So that works well. And apart from this different activities, we have intensive design studio, we have vertical studio, we have annual study tours, we have exhibitions. So study tour also helps, for different students to understand what they have learned in their classes. We have four annual tours, which are about for 2 weeks. So we take them to North India, which is like Delhi, Jaipur, Chandigarh, Shimla. Then we have West tour, which goes for Gujarat and Rajasthan. Then we have the South tour going to Bangalore, Ooty, Pondicherry, Auroville. And then we have the Central tour going to this 2 weeks with the seniors, because it is not batch oriented. It is not second year or third year individually going, but it is a mixed bag. We have students, opting of different years coming together, and it's a very good interaction which takes place, which makes the students comfortable in his peer group. The faculty would also, because it's a modular system, the faculty, they're very, very, very interesting team, very dedicated, sincere team of in our faculty who ensures that the student is, in tune with them. If a certain students are not comfortable with certain issues, we give them a chance to open up, talk to, so they can come with their doubts, queries, which is sorted out on a very urgent basis. So that works very well. And a lot of these activities, help students to merge with the learning teaching environment. Yeah.
Right, ma'am. So ma'am, my next question to you is like any suggestion you would like to give to the current youth and the aspiring students?
Okay, to the current youth, yes. I would definitely like to say one thing, that architecture is a profession which needs a lot of passion, right? So if you're passionately into it, you can create wonders. So if you are passionate, you want to, work into the field of designing, this is for you. So come, explore, enjoy the whole process, because this 5 years, what you learn, what you understand, what you explore, forms a very good, baggage for your entire life. The memory is what it creates, and it's a beautiful course. So the designing, it could be product design, it could be interior design, it could be architecture. It is called as mother of all sciences. So, and it's a 5 years course. So students are enriched in different aspects of life. So I would, really tell the youth that, if you really feel from inside that this is what I want to go, then you should keep everything aside and, go in passionately for this course. And I wish you all the best. You have different technologies to help you out. You have such a beautiful, path ahead. There are so many challenges, but with this toolkit, you can definitely go ahead and embrace the world openly. You're globally open. Today you can travel anywhere in the world. You can sit in here back, in Nasik. We are from Nasik, so I would talk about Nasik. You can work at a site in Mexico or in Egypt or in Japan, right? So world is, at your tips. So you just have to go ahead and embrace it. I wish you all the best. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So this was an insightful session. So everyone, this was Professor Darshana Desai, Principal of Vidyavardhan's Institute of Design, Environment and Architecture and Dean of Faculty of Architecture, Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar Technological University, for the episode of Thoughtful Leaders. Thank you, ma'am, for giving us your time.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you. It was nice to share my thoughts with you. Thank you so much.